Good afternoon, book lovers of the internet. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe because for every subscriber, I get a new subscriber and I read a page from a book of my choice. So, today marks the day that it is a month away from my birthday, the day I turned 21 this year, and I am going to be reviewing these two comic issues, I suppose, called Energy Quest, Issue 1 and Issue 2. These are both by the fantastic illustrator Peter Magro, who I had the opportunity to meet during the Malta Comic Con this year, and he even dedicated these comics to me. And I do have a couple of questions to ask him through this video, and I also have a few things to point out about the comics themselves. So since these two aren't on Goodreads, I had to write down some notes on a sheet of paper, and I am going to be reading from the paper to ask the questions and to let you know what I think about these comic books. So it is basically a post-apocalyptic comic strip sort of thing. There is this teddy bear artificial intelligence robot called Zero, and then there is this antagonist called the Hive, and the Hive is consistently trying to take over to begin to manipulate Zero, but Zero definitely doesn't want this to happen to him. He wants to be autonomous, and the comics are called Energy Quest because this teddy bear is very frequently trying to search for batteries in order to stay alive because if the battery runs out, he will basically drop dead. Um, so, first of all, the author mentions how AI does have feelings. I'm not sure whether he tried to do this sarcastically or comedically, but yet they cannot laugh since they don't have a humor processing chip. And I found this to be quite weird because if they can experience all the negative emotions humans can, why can't they experience the good ones, like laughter, for instance? Next is how can't the antagonist immediately identify what the teddy bear is and basically destroy it? So we know that both of these are connected in one way or another to the World Wide Web. So how can't the Hive immediately understand what the teddy bear consists of and find out its weaknesses and destroy it immediately? Since it's a company-made sort of teddy bear, there should be all sorts of details on the internet. Thirdly, I know that he mentions that humans go extinct. I suppose there is some sort of mysterious way in which they all vanish. However, I think at least giving a way in which these disappear, that would have made it much more interesting. It didn't have to be a very long explanation, just something that isn't too shrouded in mystery. So basically, these are about 40 pages each, I would say. I rated the first volume 3 out of 5 stars and the second one 4 out of 5 stars. And there is a significant improvement between the first and the second volume. Artistically, not as much, perhaps in the way it is told. The story is much better in the second one, it's much more enjoyable. And there is this gloomy, this ominous feeling. There are some very clear references to pop culture as well, though he doesn't really mention these, but it was very reminiscent of, for instance, Big Hero 6 or Age of Ultron, or even Five Nights at Freddy's because of the teddy bear and the animatronic sort of stuff. Um, Basically, I was also very curious and intrigued by the narrative voice. I wasn't expecting there to be such an interesting way in which the narrative voice is expressed. There is this we, and we don't really understand who this we is throughout. Is it the batteries that keep Zero alive? Is it we, the people who are reading the comics? And since humanity is wiped out, right? Surely the we can't be us, the readers, because there aren't any humans left. And it is meant to read in a way that we are living in this world, but at the same time we aren't. Kind of like we are the robots and we are living through Peter Magro's imagination through Zero and nobody else. Um, I suppose that Yeah, once more, it is strange to me how the Hive only understood Zero and his weaknesses once they battled him for the first time, and still such an advanced piece of technology was not able to take over a very little teddy bear. Also quite strange but interesting how Zero managed to be so persistent. And I suppose that the Hive hates the robots, the teddy bear so much because he has some sort of human emotions, human feelings, and the Hive absolutely loathes humanity. Anything that has to do with humanity, it wants to destroy. And that is why the teddy bear must become part of the Hive as well, I suppose, since there are no humans left. And this teddy bear is the only way of still remembering that humans were somehow or sometime inhabiting the planet. Basically, I think that's all I had to say. Um, I am curious to see what will happen in the next volume because Zero is continuously on the run, trying to hide from the Hive and trying to find his battery, the immortal battery, which will keep him alive forever without being dependent on anything or anyone. And I also think that the art style is very cool, ominous, and vibrant as well, and it's quite reflective of the mood or the tone of the story. And yeah, it was pretty brilliant. I was hoping that the story would be told in more words, but that is one thing that the author explains and expresses, that he tries to tell the story in as little words as possible and tries to do everything through the action. And Zero is quite a brilliant character to do this um, with, I suppose, because he doesn't really have to say much in order to defeat the Hive, and he represents all of us as humanity, basically. Um, I suppose if you're watching this, Peter Magro, thank you for watching. I'll leave some questions in the description below. Feel free to reply to any one of them in the comment section, and I'll try to get in touch with you later on because I am really curious about the story will continue and about what inspires you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed what I had to say about these two comics, these are locally published, by the way, published in Malta, and very recent as well. If you enjoyed my thoughts on these two, make sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, check out anything else on my channel. And as usual, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one very, very soon. Bye, guys.